use several adjectives. I would agree with all of those, and living side by side in security with Israel. A Zionist, if you will, Palestinian state that recognizes the right of Israel to exist, not just to exist, but to prosper and not live in fear. Now, we can't have peace unless we move towards that.
Hey, Shalom, brothers. Shalom. This is Brother Ahawad of GMS Toronto coming back with another one. And how can the person or the people who are the problem also be the solution? But this is the great delusion that they have the world living in. And they've been living in this great delusion for the last 50 odd years, talking about peace in the Middle East. There will never be peace in the Middle East until the deliverer comes back, who the world ignorantly knows as Jesus. His name is Yahushua. Once he comes back, he will bring the peace. Now, this is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4, and it reads, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword," right? That's you Edomites, right? You Edomites represent that that death and destruction that has come into the earth. Now, this is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And this is after Jacob beguiled beguiled Isaac into getting the blessing, even though this was just theatrics. It was said from before they were born that the elder shall serve the younger. How it happens did not matter. At the end of the day, the elder, Esau, was going to serve the younger, Jacob, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Because the earth was created for your sakes anyway. So this is Genesis 27 and 38. "And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. You see, he's a faker. One thing you got to learn about this devil, man, is that he's a faker. He's not real. He's cunning, and wept. His tears weren't real. You know when he's going to really weep? He's going to weep when he's getting his head bashed in slavery. That's when he's going to weep. Verse 39, "And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above," right? He's going to be in rulership. And he is in rulership. That's why he's living like this. He's literally conquered the whole world, right? Verse 40, "And by the sword," so this is back in Revelation 6 and 4, "And there went out another horse that was red," right? That was red. Who's that talking about? Now, this is Genesis 25, verse 21. "And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and his wife, and Rebekah his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus?" Meaning, you blessed me, Lord. Why is there a struggle going on between the children that are within me, right? It says, "And she went to inquire of the Lord, and the Lord said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people," right? Lineage-wise, obviously, if we were supposed to say, okay, Esau is from the line of Isaac, then he would be of the line of the righteous. But no, what did the Most High do? Let's read. "And the Lord said unto her, Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger." See, so it was already, before they were even born, this the dynamic was already set up that Esau was going to serve Jacob, right? Verse 24, "And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red, and the first came out red." So back in Revelation 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Okay. Now this is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's Mark Carney? Who's this?
You use several adjectives. I would agree with all of those, and living side by side in security with Israel. A Zionist, if you will.
Right? Who's Mark Carney? Mark Carney's the wicked. You see his skin? His skin is red. Why? Because his skin is translucent. The blood shows forth through his skin. That's why they are known, or they call themselves rednecks. They call themselves red devils. That's what they call themselves. Right? That's what they call themselves. But not only their neck gets red, right? When they get hot or they get burnt, right? I went, there was a heat wave in Toronto a couple of days ago. I went to the water park, right? And you seen these white people, they were burnt up, right? They look burnt up. They look burnt to crisp, man. But that's because they lack melanin. I'm not saying they don't have any melanin. They just lack melanin. So back to Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he, right? You people don't know who the wicked is because he has transformed himself, like the scripture says, into an angel of light, right? So this devil is behaving or carrying himself like he is the righteous. So this is back in Genesis 27, now verse 40. And by the sword shalt thou live, right? Because they thirst for blood. An Edomite, or these so-called Caucasians, talking about, peace in the Middle East. An Edomite doesn't know what peace is. They cannot live peacefully. Now, this is Micah chapter 2, verse 1, and it reads, woe, right? And woe means destruction. So it says, destruction to them that devise iniquity and work iniquity, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand, like Netanyahu, right? What did Netanyahu do? What has he been doing? Right? He commits iniquity and he works evil, right, upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it. Meaning these people are so wicked and they're so demonic. They can't go a day without thinking about evil, right? Verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence. And take them by violence. Let's get that word violence, man. This is the word. Hold on. Why won't you define it? Shit's always doing some dumb shit, bro. No dictionary. Bear with me. This is the word.
Violence.
It says behavior involving physical force intended to hurt, damage, or kill someone or something. Right? It says in law, the unlawful exercise of physical force or intimidation by the exhibition of such force. And that's what Edomites like to do, right? That's exactly what Edomites like to do, right? They're violent. These are violent people, okay? Now this is Romans chapter 13, verse 10, and it reads, love worketh no ill to his neighbor, right? And you Edomites, what did you do to us? Did you love us? No, you didn't love us. You castrated us, right? You buck-breaked us, right? Which is homosexuality. You raped our women, raped our children. You burnt us, right? You hung us. You did all types of violence and wickedness to us, man. If I was supposed to sit here and just do videos on the violence of you Edomites, that would take 100 years just to do videos just on the violence of you Edomites, right? But all I got to do is just pull the scriptures out on you, right? Now, this is the scripture from Mark Carney, right? Talking about peace in the Middle East. This is Numbers 35 and 33. And it reads, "So you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land," right? So when you Edomites go to all these different places and you're killing people, mainly the Israelites, right? What are you doing? You're defiling the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that sheddeth. That's called justice. That's your comeuppance, right? That is your comeuppance. You think you're just going to kill people and then you're just going to get away with it? You're going to ride off in the sunset? That's in the movies, right? You Edomites, you're living in a delusion, but your reality is called prophecy. The prophecy of your reality is that you will be destroyed. Thus said the Most High. And what's so beautiful about it is that we don't have to lift a finger up against you Edomites. We get to chill. We get to chill and watch the show. We get to chill and watch the movie. The closing scenes for the elect is going to be amazing because they're going to be delivered through the fire into chariots and watch your destruction. And then you elites who are going to escape the destruction, you're going right into captivity when the elect come back down to subdue the whole earth. God damn. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, man. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, man. Now that's power.
I want to circle back to what we started talking about, the Middle East, and what you brought up, which is Gaza. Do you think there is any way that there can be the kind of peace that people are talking about now in the Middle East if there isn't a resolution, first to the Gaza catastrophe, and second, in general, to the Israel-Palestinian crisis? Trying to get a state for the Palestinians that lives in harmony, peace, and security for all, and freedom. How much do you think you're all committed to that? And what will you do? What strikes you as the most important thing?
Hey, you have to remember this guy, he's the prime minister or the leader of Canada. And as the prime minister of Canada, the law of the land is the Bible, meaning that the first thing he should be doing, he should have the law book in his hand, and the law book is the Bible. He doesn't have the law book. These guys are just winging it. They are just winging it. Whatever comes out of these guys' mouth, they're hucksters. These are hucksters. Look that up, man. They're hucksters. They're what's the next word? Oh my gosh. Damn, can't remember the next. Snake oil salesman, man, right?
To do next?
Well, I think when you have, first, the core question, can there be a lasting peace in the Middle East without peace in Gaza that takes into account Gaza and West Bank in effectively working on a path to a Palestinian state?
I want to circle back.
See the guy stuttering. That's it. He's just stuttering. That's why I didn't play this part of the video first, because all he's doing is stuttering, man. This guy has no idea what to do. He takes instructions. He takes direction. You guys think that's a leader? This guy is not a leader. First of all, this guy took over another guy who was in office by the name of Justin Trudeau. That degenerate, right? He suspended the Constitution and enacted the what did he call it? The War Measures Act. I forgot what they call it in Canada. For the truckers, which really and truly he broke the damn law, right? These guys are all a bunch of criminals, man, and sellouts. Why are they sellouts? Because they sell out their country, right? That's why these different rulers are trying to do away with their constitutions or their civil rights, because you people, you are now going to be owned by the international banking cartels. So you don't need rights. All your quote unquote constitutional rights are going to be revoked. That's why they want to push martial law. That's why they want war and chaos in the streets, so they can bring in the army. Once they bring in the army, they can execute martial law, and they can suspend all civil rights and liberties that you people have grown accustomed to, mainly you women, okay? Mainly you women, but you men are going to suffer too. You men are going to suffer dearly. And the majority of you people who are really going to suffer are going to be the people that turned your back on the Most High, disrespected the prophets, right? Scoff, talk shit, right? Especially you people that know the truth, because we're living in the time of Jacob's trouble, and the majority of our people are going to get FUCK'd, right? That's what you're going to get, right? With no lube by this devil, man, this man of violence, this wicked demonic man. And it's so funny that she's wearing red, and the red that she's wearing matches her skin tone, or matches the blood that shows forth throughout her fucking skin, right? Because she's an Edomite as well, right? But I just wanted to make a quick lesson on that, and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well, and to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Hey, shalom. Till next time, Kwam Yasharala, and Abad Babal to this wicked, sinful kingdom.